Second PUC board exams is just a few days away, and many students work really hard for their exams but still end up getting low marks. Do you know why? Not because they don't know the answer, but because of poor presentation. In board exams, how you write is as important as what you write. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you how to present your paper properly, avoid common mistakes, and make your paper examiner friendly to get maximum marks. So let's get started and see what we have in today's video. So first we will talk about some general instructions that you need to follow while appearing for board exams. Second, how to write presentable answers. Third, steps to write the correct answers. Then I will also show you the samples of toppers answer sheet of last year and some common mistakes that you need to avoid. Okay, so let's start with the general instructions first. So the first rule is you always have to attempt the part A, that is your MCQ and FIB section on the first page. Okay, do not think that you want to attempt it at the end and you can attempt it at the end definitely, but the first page should contain section A. Okay, and there are certain rules for section A. In part A questions, first attempted answer only will be considered for awarding marks. Okay, if you have written one answer, if you cut and write another answer, then that will not be considered for awarding of marks. Okay, only one answer, that also without any cut, will be considered. That is why if you are not sure, you can leave the question at that moment, and you also need to write the options with the complete option. You just don't write A, B, C, D and come. Okay, A and what is the answer with that, D what is the option with that. Okay, and the very important rule is the first page should contain section A. Okay, if it is not having, then it will not be evaluated. This is a blunder that most of the students do, so please don't do this. Okay, next we will talk about something very important here. KCT 2026 examination is very close, and if you really want to ace this examination, want to secure a top rank and a seat in the top college of Karnataka, then only studying will not help you. You need to write test, analyze yourself and improve, and for that you need a good test series. So to help you with this, I have launched the Fighter KCT 2026 test series, which is based on KCT exam pattern and syllabus and is designed by KCT experts. And here you will get total 18 full-length mock tests, 6 each from physics, chemistry and maths. Apart from that, detailed solution, video solution of chemistry and a detailed analysis report after every test, which will help you to understand your strength and weakness. And all these things are available at an affordable price of just rupees 399. So the link is there in the description section. If you really want to boost your preparation, this test series must be there in your book list. So just check the description section, click on the link and purchase it as soon as possible, because the prices may go higher later. Okay, now let's move forward here with the second general instruction about numericals. First, formula has to be written, substitution of value should be done, calculation should be shown, and the final answer with units has to be written. If you write direct answers to the numerical problems without detailed steps and specific unit for the final answer, will not carry any marks. Okay, this is there in the examination instructions. Okay, numerical questions, you need to solve it step by step and you have to show all the calculations. Next, move towards the diagrams and graphs now. The diagrams should be neat and well leveled. Artistic diagrams are not required here. Leveling in pencil will help you. And title of the diagram to be mentioned at the bottom. And in graph, axis should be labeled properly. What you have taken in x-axis, what you have taken in y-axis, that has to be shown properly. And use only ballpoint pens. Okay, black or blue, any color, but only ballpoint pens, no gel pens for answering. Change of pen to be brought to the notice of the invigilator and to get their signature on the answer script. This is very important. If you are not doing this, you will be considered as doing any malpractice in the exam. Okay, if you are changing your pen, please instruct or please just inform the examiner that you are changing the pen. The examiner will sign on your paper, then only change the color of the pen, or even the pen also you are changing. Okay, next is fill in all the details in the answer booklet legibly. Okay, this is very important. You should write your roll number, your name, everything correctly and take time for that. Next, write the question number correctly, write the sections clearly in the beginning. When you are starting section B should be written at the top. Okay, follow the order, do not jumble with the question sections. Okay, between sections A, B and C. It is not mandatory, but it is advised that after section A, go for section B, then go for section D, then E. Like that, you follow the pattern. That is something which is advisable but not mandatory. Next, do not write incomplete answers and then the remaining part on the last page. Yes, suppose for example, question number 4 is having 3 parts, A, B and C. Okay, this question belongs to section B, for example. So for question number 4, you have written A and B. C, you don't know, you didn't leave any space. And after writing section E at the end, after that you are writing 4C of section B, then this will not be evaluated. All the answers of a particular section should be at that section only. Once the section B is over, then it's over. You cannot write the answers at the end. Okay, if you don't know any answer, always try to leave space for that. Okay, now I'll tell you how to write presentable answers, how to impress your examiner. So the first thing is leave at least 1 or 2 lines after every answer. This is very, very important. You need to maintain space. There should be a clear indication that, okay, this answer is over. Now we are going to the next question. Next, make it a habit to draw lines after every answer. This is again not mandatory, but it makes your answer sheet look beautiful and look, there is a clear separation between the answers. Highlight the key points in your answer with a pen. This is very important, and this is very, very, I can say, essential as well. Why? Because you see, the examiner corrects hundreds of copies per day. Okay, and you don't know at what mood your examiner is there while checking your paper. So if you have just underlined the keywords, there the examiner checks, okay, for this particular question all the keywords are mentioned, then the examiner will give you full marks. Okay, if you have written it in paragraph, there is, the examiner has no time to read line by line. I have checked, I have corrected board papers, and I'm telling you, the examiners are under high pressure at that time. They have a particular target to complete. Okay, so they're not going to read your answers line by line. So please just check that your all keywords are mentioned with underlined one, so that examiner eye directly goes on that keywords, and that is done. Like for example, you are writing Werner's theory, just you should mention primary valency, secondary valency, ionizable, non-ionizable, satisfied by neutral ligands, satisfied by negative ions. So these all are the keywords that has to be highlighted. Next is answer for numerical problems is to be enclosed in a box with a unit. Okay, the final answer should be there in the box always. Mention your answers in the bullet form. Avoid paragraph writing except in English and all, like language subjects, in science, in maths, in chemistry, physics. Always try to write the bullet form of the answer. Right, next let's talk about what are the steps that you need to follow while writing an answer. Okay, this is very basic thing, but it is important. So first of all, you need to read the question carefully at least 2 times. Okay, especially in subjects like maths where there is numbers involved, please read the question 2 times. Next, understand the mark distribution, that this question has come from which section. Like if you see 5 marker, there is distribution like 2 plus 3, there is 2 plus 2 plus 1, there is 3 plus 2, right? So what are the distributions? 4 plus 1. So based on that, you have to write your answer. Next, write the question number. The first thing you are going to write is to write the question number which you are going to attempt. Then you have to follow the order. If the question has subparts A, B, C, D, start with A, then B, then C, then D. Don't jumble the order of the questions. Next is include examples wherever possible. Okay, if you find that in any particular question examples can be included, like for example, the question is asked about essential amino acids. Okay, define it and add an example. Ideal solution, write down it and add an example wherever it is possible. Whether it is asked or not, always write one example. Then after writing it, recheck your answer. If you are confirmed that the answer is correct, then after that highlight the key points, underline all the important keywords. After first writing the answer, read it once or twice, then underline the keywords. Do not underline everything. Okay, only the keywords. Next, you have to draw a line, just 1 or 2 lines you have to leave, and then draw a line and then go to the next question. Okay, now I'll show you some sample papers. The first we'll talk about the section A. So you can see how the student has first mentioned that it is part A, and you can see in the entire part A there is not even a single cut there. Okay, that is what is required in part A. So you have to write the question number, the correct option, as well as the answer with this. Okay, these 3 things should be written properly with the section number. Okay, section D. Next, if I talk about the answers inside that, okay, you can see here how the student has underlined all the keywords. Answers are written in bullet form, keywords are underlined, and between 2 answers there is space, as well as a proper line is drawn. Okay, this I have taken from the toppers answer sheet of 2025. So you can see how to present the answers from here. Next is numerical questions, how to solve. So the first thing you need to write is the given values. Okay, then you have to write the formula. Then what you have to do, you have to substitute the values, and then you have to do the correct calculation with units, and the final answer is to be there inside a box. Okay, and then you can see if diagram you have to draw, first draw the diagram, and then you have to level it with the pencil, and there has to be a heading of the diagram as well. Okay, and diagram should always be drawn with pencil, labeling should be drawn with pencil. Okay, Now I'll tell you some mistakes that you must avoid while writing the exam. Very, very important. Do not write answers continuously without leaving any space. Okay, please leave some space, at least one or two lines between two answers. Next, do not write wrong question numbers. This is the blunder. Nobody can help you in this. So please check the question number properly. Avoid writing long paragraphs. As I told you, the examiner is not having that much patience to read your answer. So just write down in points and underline the keywords. Do not forget to underline the keywords. This is very, very important. Okay, do not draw rough or unlabeled diagrams. Whenever you draw any diagram, properly label it. Do not forget to box the final answers of the numericals. Okay, the answers of the numerical question should be inside the box with units. Avoid poor or unreadable handwriting. See, even if your handwriting is not good, that doesn't matter, but it should be readable. Okay, so give proper space, write down the letters properly, and maintain space so that the examiner can read at least. Next, do not cut or overwrite excessively. If there is any mistake, just do a single strike, that is fine. Do not make it messy or dirty by cutting and overwriting. Do not write sub questions in random order. So question number 4 is having 4 subsections. So just attempt them in the order it is there. Do not skip rechecking your answers. At least last 10 to 15 minutes you should be using to recheck your answers. Okay. So students, that's all in this video. And once again, as I said you, the KCT test series is live now. The fighter test series, the link is there in the description section. Click on the link and purchase it. It is available at a very, very minimal price of just rupees 399, which is very affordable, and this test series can actually boost your preparation. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and what else you need, to let me know in the comment section.